For 11 years, I saw what was going on the inside of the system. While I did not see everything, I saw a lot more than I ever did on the outside. And I saw a great need for positive change in Troup County. After mulling it over for over 3.5 years and fighting, leaving that workplace that I love so much, because people, it wasn't just a paycheck to me. It was about servanthood and about serving the people where I live, where my grandparents have lived for 98 years, where my grandmother, Adeline Foster, who's 95, came over from the country of Italy on a boat when she was 3 years old. And her father was an Italian shoemaker and came over here and set up business on Ridley Avenue. And he worked hard, and because of the recession at the time, had to send my family back to Italy. But then after 3 years of working 7 days a week and literally night and day, he made enough money to bring them back over. And folks, I'm proud of that heritage, because without them, I wouldn't be standing here before you today proclaiming the liberty that I want to proclaim in a positive way to the people of Troup County. Now, that being said, I left that job with the Troup County Fire Department to run for this county commission seat. For those of you that know me, you know that I own a couple of businesses and I work a lot. And those of you that really know me know I'm a hard worker. That's how I'm able to make it in today's economy without getting a check from the county. I also knew that I couldn't still draw a check from the county and run for this position. So folks, I gave up something I love doing. I love getting out there and meeting a person when it was one of the worst days of their lives and helping to make it a better day for them and for their families. I love going in the homes of the elderly, the senior citizens, and help them out when they're in a hard time. I love getting to pick up somebody's baby out of a turned over car in a ditch during a driving rain and save that baby's life and deliver them back into their mother's arms shortly thereafter. Folks, that's something that money can't buy. That's true servanthood, and that's what I want to bring to this Troup County Commission District 3 seat. So my experience speaks a lot, but folks, I'm not finished yet. I've managed 2 local businesses that happen to pay a lot of taxes, folks. And guess what? There ain't nobody in this room that wants lower taxes than I do. I want to tell you that. I manage a family farm in Liberty Hill, Georgia. There's no such thing as that city, but that's what we Liberty Hill folks in the north end of the county like to call it. It's been in my family for almost 100 years. It's wonderful rural land that's still left in Troup County with a lot of dirt roads, amen? All right, so I manage that farm. I've got experience working for the CSX Transportation Board. I worked as a train manager on rail operations in the Birmingham Southern Division. I have a lot of experience there, and I graduated with honors from the Ready Center, which stands for Railroad Education and Development Institute. I was honored to get to be the top student on the dean's list through the schools that they sent me to there at the railroad. You say, Tripp, what's the railroad got to do with the county commission? Let me tell you what it's got to do with public safety in Troup County. I, through my education through the railroad and their centers, I have knowledge of what's on these trains. Do you realize that majority of the hazardous materials that run through Troup County on this interstate and around run on these rails right through Troup County? We have rails that run right through LaGrange that go to Waycross, Georgia, and we've got some that divert off through Lee's Crossing that go to Birmingham, Alabama. Folks, there's some of the most hazardous materials that you've ever even comprehended in your life running on these rails in Troup County. I've been sent to hazardous materials schools. I understand how to rightfully mitigate a hazardous material circumstance if it was to happen. By being on the county commission and having that knowledge in my itinerary, I can help assist our public safety departments, including our sheriff and our fire departments, in protecting the public in a way that we need to be. James, hand me that water, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I started to hire old Bobby Boucher to bring me some water. I'm glad to hear y'all can laugh because I've been about to cry so far. All right. Tell y'all a little something about my daddy, Frankie Foster. Most of you that have been here any amount of time, you know who my daddy was. Unfortunately, my daddy passed back on February the 5th of this year, and my family and all his friends and co-workers and relatives, we miss him a lot. But you know, Daddy'd be proud of me standing up here tonight bragging on him. I'm going to tell you something. When I was 13 years old, actually when I was 10 years old, my daddy made me work every summer, okay? Made me work in his warehouses sweeping, started putting me on the service trucks with his men. I want to tell you that I'm proud that my uncle and my daddy took Foster Plumbing Company from 15 people and took it to 106 employees. During that time, I swept the warehouses, I rode on service trucks, I installed heat and air conditioning, and I knew what it was like to do a hard day's work. When I was 13 years old, my father, Frankie, taught me the value of a hard-earned dollar. He helped me get on board with a local putt-putt mini golf course that used to be out here on West Point Road, just to the other side of what used to be Snow's Tire Center, which most of you know is Pony Express. I run that thing for a summer or two and had a good friend named Todd Parrish that was with me, and We run that thing when we were youngsters, and folks, I'm going to tell you, we started from about 12 lunchtime to 11 every night, about 6 nights a week, or 6 days a week, and it was a lot of hot summers with no air conditioning out there, but I learned the value of a hard dollar and how to manage a business at an early age. I want to tell you another thing. I'll tell you a few things of what Tripp fosters for here in Troup County. I could probably keep you here tonight if you'd allow me for 2 or 3 hours telling you about all the great things that we have in Troup County, but I'm going to try to keep it right at 15 minutes. All right, some of the things I'm for. Let me tell you what Tripp fosters for. Tripp's fostering is for less politics and more representation of you, the people. Tripp fosters for spending tax dollars on essential government services first. I feel like I'm the best choice for the Troup County taxpayers this go around, and I'm also for helping significantly reduce or eliminate school taxes for ages 62 and up. And I want to give you a quick update on that, people. There's a study in progress that I'm a part of right now with 3 Georgia counties, including the mayor of one city north of LaGrange, that's currently doing this. People tell me it can't be done. Hey, we're going to find out, because you know what? There's people getting it done, and we're going to find out not only how you do it, but how to make up for the money that we save the seniors. And they're doing it now, and I'm going to find out for you, the people. I also believe in facilitating communication with the local school board and helping to lower the taxes of our hardworking seniors. I'm for making the inconvenience centers convenient again. How many of y'all here tonight have had to use the convenience centers in rural Troup County? Those of you that hadn't raised your hands here tonight, that tells me you live in the city of LaGrange, you have a wonderful sanitation service with curbside pickup. But the people in the rural area have what we call the convenience centers. Unfortunately, over the last several years, they've become somewhat inconvenient. They went from 7 days a week to maybe around 2 days a week. We do, however, have a couple that are open 7 days a week, but they're not really strategically located for all rural Troup County taxpaying residents. Folks, I believe in transparency in Troup County government, and I am for all citizens. Y'all look here. Tripp Foster is for all citizens, rich or poor. I don't care if you live in the trailer park, if you live in the apartment complex, you live in a subdivision, you live in a mill house, out on a farm. I don't care if you live on the Callaway's estate. Folks, I'm here to tell you tonight that I'm for you, rich or poor. Again, I'm for transparency in government, and I'm for SPLOST being spent where promised, not on frivolous projects that are not essential government services. I'm for overhauling and restructuring the county fire department in a way that will bring a more vibrant and responsive delivery of emergency services to you, the underprotected taxpayer. That's right, people. You are underprotected at this time. And folks, you can't blame that on your county commissioners, because they have people in management to oversee the operations of the county, and they have a fire chief who is ultimately responsible for managing that. So far, it ain't been happening in District 3. And if you don't believe me, call your insurance agent and find out what your ISO rating is. And if you're in the south of Long Cane, find out what it's already fixing to become. I guarantee you'll be ringing some people's phones off the hook. You're underprotected, but folks, you can be adequately protected if you vote for me to serve as your county commissioner in Troup County District 3. People, I'm for smashing wasteful spending. Folks, I believe in smashing it. I smash it in my business. I smash it in my personal finances. And if you give me this one opportunity to prove to you that I can do what I say and work along with these other commissioners in an agreeable way, I guarantee you I can propose some things that will help start smashing wasteful spending in Troup County. I'm for SPLOST, people, and you better listen up close, those of you that think I'm for higher taxes, because you've been asleep the whole time. If you do, you got it wrong. I'm for SPLOST because it helps reduce the tax burden on property owners. Unfortunately, just in the last couple of months, there's a little backdoor stuff going on with some of our property tax evaluations. People, mine went up $17,000 on my house. And you can look at me smiling right now, but down inside, I ain't happy about that. But I'll tell you what, I did not vote for higher taxes, folks. Taxes is a plural word. I voted for SPLOST so we wouldn't have to dig more money out of your pockets. What SPLOST does is simply this. It's supposed to be a temporary tax, okay, number one. Number two, what SPLOST does is it gets into the pocketbooks of every man, woman, and child that spends U.S. currency in Troup County, Georgia, whether they're buying bubble gum, whether they're buying gas, whether they're buying books, whether they're buying cell phones, whether they're buying tires, whether they're buying lumber, whatever they purchase in Troup County, Georgia, some of that money out of their pockets go to the Troup County tax base. Now get this. During this recession, there's been a lot of people lose their homes in LaGrange and outside of LaGrange. Some have moved into LaGrange. Some residents of Troup County that used to own homes have moved into apartments. Guess what? They ain't paying their property taxes, are they? That's what we get out of their pockets with SPLOST. Folks, I'm also for honest people to help manage your SPLOST dollars. And I can tell you one thing, you can trust Tripp, okay? I believe I'm a proven leader in Troup County, and I will be accessible to all Troup County taxpayers. I am a voice that will stand up for you and be counted. Tell you a couple other things. This past year, I received a Distinguished Faithful Service Award from the Troup County government through the fire department. I am the only District 3 candidate who gave up a job with the Troup County government, that gave up benefits, a paycheck, and retirement to run for this office for Commissioner in District 3. I'm going to quote an article I had in the paper several times this past few months during the campaign. I saw an opportunity to serve the people of Troup County in a greater capacity if elected by you as a county commissioner than I could have ever done as just a mere county employee. Again, recapping, I believe in fiscal accountability to the SPLOST funds. I believe in making these inconvenience centers back convenient again. I believe in oversight and overhauling the Troup County Fire, and I believe by doing that it's going to help lower your ISO ratings, which will save millions of dollars to the Troup County taxpayers, just dropping one notch. I believe in facilitating that communication with the school board on finding solutions to lower senior citizen taxes, and I believe in helping to bring accountability to our current airport authority. Recapping and ended. I haven't worked in public safety for 25 years, owner of 2 businesses, and working actively in Troup County government for 11 years, feel that I am most knowledgeable to what it really takes to make a better place to live and work for all Troup Countyans, not just District 3 alone. I know that I can help bring back a strong accountability to the people of District 3 by holding current board members and department heads in check for their decisions made, whether they're plus or minus for the people. I feel that based on the facts that I possess the ability to best lead due to A, my longevity of residence, understanding and knowing all the Troup County roads, all the Troup County areas, and most all the Troup County communities. I believe my public safety experience, understanding the ISO problems, pluses and minuses that benefit associated with public safety here in Troup County, understanding corrections, and being a decorated former county employee who truly understands the situations that our county employees find themselves in daily. The fact that I have not disenfranchised myself with the current Board of Commissioners. That's some of the great things that will make me a great commissioner for you in District 3. I feel that I have what it takes to make it happen for you, the taxpayers, in a positive way for the hardworking people of Troup County, District 3, and all of Troup County. And lastly, I'm thankful for the opportunity and the help to run a race in an effort to have a chance to be a public service to my fellow men and my fellow people of Troup County. I can assure you that if you, the people of Troup County, and the people specifically of the voters of Troup County District 3, will elect me to office, I'll make you proud that you voted for me. It's your choice, it's your voice. People, it's your vote. Tuesday, August 21st. This last election can matter anymore and it don't count. This is where it's all at and this is where it counts. I encourage you to make it really count on Tuesday, August 21st, and vote for Tripp Foster, Troup County Commission, District 3. Vote Tripp Foster for positive change in your county government. I thank you for listening, and God bless you, and God bless Troup County. Now, finishing up. Hey, I knew I'd make y'all laugh. I got the Republican Women's Party to do that today when I talked to a few of them. I'm going to read this last closure here. It says, Foster earns endorsements from the primary opponents in Troup County. Number 1, it says this. Tripp Foster's campaign for District 3 County Commission seat got the boost every candidate wants, the endorsements of his key opponents in the primary. And this is what I said. I'm really proud to have the support of the folks I ran against in the primary. I'm a former Troup County firefighter and I own my own tree service. I own a warehousing business and I manage a family farm. You know, people, we all wanted to come out ahead, but there can only be one winner in this race. The fact that my former opponents came out and supported me in this runoff race gives our campaign even more enthusiasm than we had before. I'm in this to win, and I promise to be positive all the way to winning a seat at the commissioner's table. I'm all about looking ahead and doing what is best for the folks in my district. That's District 3. I was the top vote getter in this last primary election, July 31st. Mr. Lewis Davis, who couldn't make it for business reasons tonight, received 21% of the vote in the primary, and this is what he said. Lewis said this, "It was with my heartfelt wish for Troup County to keep moving forward, which is why I decided to run initially. And after giving myself time to reflect and carefully consider the situation, there's no doubt in my mind that of the 2 remaining candidates, Foster will be the best person to keep Troup County moving forward and representing District 3. In closing, Ashley McCoy, one of the key opponents, said this. She received 17.5% of the vote, and this is what she said. She endorsed me with this statement. In the course of running for the office of District 3 County Commissioner, I've met a lot of great people and learned even more. I believe I'm aware of the concerns of the people in District 3, and I definitely think Tripp Foster is the best choice in this race. That is why I will be supporting him on August 21st. Folks, Vote positive change for Troup County and give Tripp Foster a chance to make you proud that you live here, that you work here, and that you pay taxes. Folks, we got to pay taxes to make government run because it's a business, but we can be prudent with our monies, and we can be honorable, and we can be fiscally accountable. And if you put me in office November the 6th, but most specifically this coming August the 21st, next week, I will give you that positive change that you deserve. Thank you.